Which one of these two has better base? It's kind of a trick question. Then I'm asking to explain what is their base. Who thinks Jacob has more base than Carly? Who thinks Carly has better base than Jacob? All right. Theoretically speaking, the part of your body that's touching the ground is your base. So technically, Jacob's got 70% of his body on the ground. Carly has just her knees and her shins. Does that make sense? So technically, how could Carly take Jacob's base? How could she do that? She's got a dominant position. There's really no more base that she needs to take. She can stay on top. But how could Jacob take Carly's base? By bridging. All right, so let's say, for example, you're in the mount, and I want you, without getting off of him, I want you to pick him up. Just pick him up. You see how he is her base? You see how impossible this situation really is? Now watch. If Jacob decides to bridge, the first thing he's going to do is take her base. All right, now hold on. She still has some base here, but he's moved her base where? To the hands. Now, he's in a position where he's got to decide what he wants to do. Let's say that he continues with whatever technique he's working on. He grabs the arm. Hold on, freeze right there. He's eliminated her ability to move by entangling the arm and the leg. She can't post. When we post, we extend our base for leverage. Does that make sense?
Sure.
All right, so let's say, for example, that Carly escapes her foot. All right, he still has her hand. She can now use that foot to keep him from rolling her. So he grabs her and tries to roll her. And it's hard because her base is now in this foot. And most of her base is in the foot. So he captures the foot. All right? This time Carly gets her hand out. She extends it out really far, and he goes to roll her, and that hand is now keeping her from being rolled. She's extended her base. So Jacob now grabs the arm, he grabs the foot. He locks it down. She now has a limited base. And then when he bridges, he lifts up this leg completely off the ground, and he takes her base, which enables him to roll her. Does that make sense? In so doing, Jacob has created a new position. Carly holds him in the guard. All right. Jacob, it is possible, though very difficult for a person in this position to steal someone's base. Is there a way you could lift her up off the ground?
Yeah.
Try stacking her up. Get a stacked position. Grab a hold of her clothes. All right. See, people are right up off the ground. There you go. Just like that. All right. So he can technically take her base by taking her off the ground. All right. Good job. Back down. But Carly's got a ton of base on the ground, her whole back. Now, her feet are not on the ground and her arms are not on the ground, but her whole back. So she technically has better base. Now, what Jacob has is an opportunity to avoid being rolled, because he can post, but if he posts, it becomes a vulnerability. He can be arm blocked, it's just by having his hands on the mat, right? All right, so let's say, for example, that he knows that. He's going to put his hands on her belt, because he doesn't want her to arm lock him. He's got his head up because he doesn't want her to choke him. And he wants a better position. How will he get a better position? Go ahead and move to the next position. He has to start with base. He breaks down her guard and he moves to this position. It's a new position. Now, his base is mostly Carly. Does that make sense? All right. Now, from this position, Jacob, can you lift her up? Off the ground. Kind of hard, right? Most of her base, she's got better base. Now let's say, for example, that he's holding her just like that. Let's say, for example, that Carly puts her hand under his waist and over his neck. She becomes his base. If she moves, she should be able to walk her feet out and roll it. So you go ahead and roll her. All right. Not bad. You guys see how base position, then it sets you up for your submission. A choke or an arm lock. Make sense?
Sure.
If you understand this, you can ground fight. Alright? Remember that posting extends our base and gives us leverage from any position. The more base you have on the ground, the better opportunity you have to escape. Alright, we're going to fight. Everybody on the wall.